These are words from the wise who knew workers and bosses. Understood before you took wins, you took losses. Hyundais and Mazdas before the Benz and Porsches. Learned you gotta play your hand, you can't forfeit. We think money, we don't think madness. We uplifting folks, we don't bring sadness. Heavy with the gems on the ring status. This is more than top shelf, this is king status.
Mic check, 1, 2. Welcome back to the King Status Podcast with me, your host, Mr. Moore the King. And when I thank you for tuning back in, if this isn't your first time, but if this is your first time, welcome. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the King Status Podcast. And I'm here today at FLX Space. First time with my guy, Diego the Plug. What's up, my man?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me on. This is amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love content, so this is great.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like, because, you know, first and foremost, I'm linked with him at Primetime X Primo's listening session. And I came to this space first time, and it's not too far from me. It's really only like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, if that. And that's just because with traffic. Right, yeah, right, But I didn't know. I kept always go past this area. Didn't know it was here, and then came here for the listening session. Stopped in, and then I didn't even see the whole thing yet. When I came in, I was just in the common area. Then, you caught me before I was about to leave, and I just walked in the studio, and you was chilling. I'm like, I was like, yo, like if this is this room right here, and this is the studio. What's the rest? And then that's when you gave me the tour. So I appreciate you for that, and I appreciate you for coming on and inviting me back up to the space, to check it out.
Yeah.
And,
No. Just agreeing with you.
And what we're gonna do for you as a treat for a visual at the end of the conversation, we're gonna give you like a little light visual tour, but you can book your own tour here. So, but. First and foremost, how you doing today, my boy?
Well, it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been up for a little bit, been out here shaking and baking, so it's great, man. Every day that I could wake up, I feel like we should be grateful more, you feel what I'm saying? So we could wake up and attack whatever goals that we got. Hopefully we got goals, you feel what I'm saying, out there. But if we could wake up every day, I'm blessed, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I apologize, I didn't introduce it correctly. Producer, song engineer, songwriter, owner of FLX Space. My apologies, bro. I got to give him the respect. I just get so hyped with the intro. Introducing.
I'm really an incognito guy. Like, I don't be like wielding titles around and stuff like that. I really like building like relationships with people, talking to people first before, and then once they find out, like, oh, you on it, then it's like it's a plus rather than me coming off like I'm the owner. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So,
and to be honest, that's like how you did it. Even when I met you, I don't even think you even said it. I think somebody else said it and was like, and you was just in there chilling like with your feet up, and it was like, and then I'm one of them people. As soon as they say owner, I'm like, oh, okay,
let's
like
tap in. Like,
exactly. Like somebody else should know. But first and foremost, how did you, or just let them know your background and who you are.
Well, yeah, I'm just a normal kid from West Philadelphia. You feel me? I'm Philadelphia born and raised. My career path is originally like production and audio engineering. Like back, like when I graduated high school in like 2010, my friend Gil, he gave me like a crack version of FL Studios, and I started to make beats. I thought I was going to be a millionaire for making beats. I could still be a millionaire for making beats, but just went from making beats to my friends wanting to rap off them, so I had to learn how to record, and then that turned into like, okay, this could really be a business. I linked up with my brother Corey. Sometimes he go by like No Advice or I God, and he was like my manager, and he was like the co-founder of like this company called Street Grad Visions, and we was working with my man Nice, Stogie. You know, if they hear it, they know who I'm talking about, and that was like the original crew. Then we started expanding, linking up with different blocks, different neighborhoods like Sully B, Murda, different people, and then that's when it started to grow, and we really started to see that it was a business. So my business mind, because I always loved business, was to turn it into a business. Actually, like get a location that we could actually operate off, so people could recognize us as being official. So this is like the ninth studio. So it's a bigger story than that, but that's basically how it started off.
Oh, that's fine. Because I wasn't sure if you actually had the certification background, like so you're basically saying like this is just off the muscle, like just
a bunch of YouTube and grinding.
Yeah,
for real.
And we're in that time where that is how you could get profession, and from what I see, bro, man, you've been locked in with it. So it's been like that since like 2010.
Yeah, since 2010. I wasn't always as good as I was on like the music side, but it definitely been like that since the beginning. I always wanted to like turn it into a business. I just needed the motivation from my people around me, and they supported me and helped me develop myself into who I was now, I am today. Basically, used to go by Titus on the keys, TODK, but switched it to Diego once everything started getting professional. Because I look Puerto Rican, but I'm not. So now I say it, and it just fit now.
So why Flex Space? Like what? Like why that name for Flex Space?
Okay, so the idea of Flex Space was actually created in 2020. So the company is originally called the Diego Exchange.
Oh, okay.
So we go by TDX. So you might see TDX on like a billing or an invoice or something like that. But it basically was we had got a space on Broad and Lehigh or whatever.
Okay.
And this was the pandemic. So it's like free money was just out there. So it's like I leveraged some of that free money to get a bigger space. And we had a space on Broad and Lehigh. We had like 15 rooms. So it was like a doctor office. Wow. And it was just like huge 15 rooms. Shout out to Ari Miller, you feel what I'm saying? My Jew friend, you feel what I'm saying? I got you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So so I was just renting out the spaces to people at first. So it was a couple people that came in, like my God, JB, he rented a space. Study, he rented a space. My man Sully B, Coach. There's a couple, Shonda. There's a couple people that was just renting out the spaces. So I was like, okay, you want to do podcasts? Here's the space. Give me some monthly fee.
Right.
Whatever. You could do whatever you want in it.
Right.
Type time. So I was on that. And then we had expanded and got like another 10. We had like 5. And then we got another 10 rooms. So I'm just looking at the rooms just like, what the hell to do with all of this space?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
So I felt like I bit off more than I could chew. So it was just like I had an idea where I just took one of the rooms and I'm like, let me just make a flexible room because all of these rooms are basically using the same thing. Everybody's using cameras, computers, lights, and stuff like that. Yep. So I said, let me just put all of it in one room, and this is a flexible space. And that's how it started. But then it just grew into a whole nother brand. So it just got crazy.
Cause I was assuming that I was like, you probably call it Flex Space because it's a flexible space. Like that's just how I looked at it from when I saw the tour. But can you speak on some of the services you provide? Even though they'll see like some of it later, but can you speak on it?
Well, basically what we do is like multimedia production. Like we're not like full production company yet. Once we get the warehouses, we'll be like the Tyler Perry's and the 50 Cents.
Man, you look like it right now.
Yeah, that's what people say. So it's not too far of a reach, you know what I'm saying? But we just offer like basic things like we got 2 studios, so we offer anything that involves with the studio. So recording your vocals, cleaning up vocals, doing like overdubs for movies, doing jingles, stuff like that. That's what we cover and we handle in the studios. Also, we do like video editing in the studios, but we also have a photo room where we encourage people to make content like this, do interviews, take pictures, stuff like that. So that's another service that we offer. And then the last service would be this room, which is the podcast room. Yep. And this is like one of the most growing rooms, because this is the new thing. This is the new rapper. You understand? This is where the new bag is at.
Oh, man, why you say that?
No, it's not like that. Because like I be podcast and I encourage people to podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Because I definitely would say that like the podcast is the new rapper. Like everybody's trying it and like. And sometimes I fall into the don't look at me like the rest of them because it's like that with music. Like even when I was doing music, it's like I didn't do what everybody else was doing. Like that's why I just try to do things on a different level, like that, or just doing different topics, seeing like I don't see everybody necessarily doing exactly what I'm doing. That's on a, just on a base level, so to speak. Like where I'm speaking to, I want to know the owners. I want those type of people on the show, like how you're on the couch like right now. Like I want that because like I said in the my previous two episodes before this, we look at too much of our culture looks at success as just these people we see in pictures here. Right. But to me, someone like you, I say is successful.
Okay.
The way I look at it, because I know success, again, I've been saying this, like it's subjective, but the way I look at success is can you do what you love and make a living off it?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. Like so, and then with this, it's like hey, you can set your schedule. You can set the times you're going to be here. You can park where you want to and all that. Right. And then if you want to go on a vacation, you might, you know what? I'm going to be out the studio for this. Like you could shut it down and or have other people running it.
Right.
Speaking of that, dude, are you trying to get employees or anything?
Well, we try and grow a team. I got some people that I work with closely. So I got shout out to Neptune 21. She an artist, dope artist. You feel what I'm saying? We working on a project right now called Medicine Music. So I produce and mix and master, and she actually start producing too. So like people that I work with, I tell them to do the things that you see what I'm trying to say? Like because I want people to be well rounded. But and then shout out to my homie Kavan. He just stepped in onto the team. He do filming, and he's working on a movie right now. So he's like writing a script for it and stuff like that. Real dope people. So they like the inner core people, but we got other people. I'm trying to grow the team really, because like most of the time, to be honest, like I'm in here like busting my chops. So like when you say vacation, I was like, damn, I wish. You understand what I'm saying? Because like this is all from the muscle. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's like,
but I respect it. What about interns? Like you think about
we had a couple interns. I had interns in the past. Some of these interns went to be like super amazing people. Like Ellis Rovin. He ended up being like a mix engineer for it's the I think it was the guy. He is a tech guy, but he reviewed tech, and he like one of the biggest tech YouTubers. It's like MBHK or something like that.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I checked this stuff out even as I was building up.
Right, so he worked for Bro. So it's like he on a higher level now. And another intern that we had was Othello Beats for like a short period of time, and now he doing like productions for like Meek Mills and stuff like that. But at the moment, we definitely looking for like interns. You feel what I'm saying? We need all hands. If y'all got them, please provide the hands.
If you look at this, I'm gonna just say, if you're looking to intern, come here, come to Flex Space, because you have a place you could work, you have a place you could really like sit aside, do paperwork, anything, like the common area, everything. You can it's plenty of rooms to do production, and you could do one in the lobby, like even if you did something like so. So I wanted to I jotted this down, this is one of my real interviews today, so I got some notes to this.
Cool, I got the notes. All right, I feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
I told you when I met you, like I was like, I really want to pick your brains. Right. So from what I see, like just doing my research with FlexSpace, I would say you're built on like would you say the 5 pillars of Flex Space is growth, passion, ingenuity, community, integrity?
Yes. Yep. So like so I think we actually made like a post about that on our page or whatever. Yeah. And like, cause like to summarize it and just make it one word, it's really just empowering. You feel what I'm saying? We want to give people the power in not just in our community, just anybody that needs it. Cause it's like when you starting out, like when I was starting out, I didn't have none of this. Like I'm working and I'm like I'm working at the Wine and Spirits. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm working at the Wine and Spirits, getting off and running sessions. You see what I'm trying to say? Until like the wee hours in the morning, waking up, then going back to work until I could eventually quit my job. But it's like, during that time, I wish I had people around me that could just be like, yo, bro, like you could do this, you could do that. Right. Here's the resources. And that's kind of like what we try to do at FlexSpace. We try to give them the not only the resources, we give people the education. So if they doing a podcast, we'll sit down with them after they podcast and just talk about their podcast. Right. What are you doing? Where are you uploading it at? Do you do your thumbnails? Are you creating the clips? Cool. Use these apps to create the clips type time. So it's like, that's where all of those words come from. Integrity, ingenuity. We just want people to be the best of them. Cause you know, we got just trying to bring the best out of you. Basically, that's what we doing.
Yeah, and you said two things that well, part of what I said, the 5 pillars were you said community and you just said empowerment, which is what King Status is all about for real. But why is community such a big thing to you?
Well, because it take a village to raise. I know, like that. Exactly. That seemed like a proverb. Like it's just some quote that people say. Yeah. Village. So it take a village, and it's really true. It's like, you know, no person is just like in a bubble. So like with a community, like you could walk in, like when Preem was doing Don't Call Me on Mondays listening party with Rocky, it was just people in here just vibing out, and that's kind of like the community. Like they was able, like Yak seen the vision. He seen like, yo, this is a space that we could bring people in to kind of like bring people together. So that's kind of like our pillar, like where we want just people that's just common in the same level. Some people on higher levels, some people on lower levels, but everybody's accessible. So you could talk to like a person like Neptune, because she's just chilling in the studio, but she got like 20,000 followers. She be out in DC, she be out and she getting paid thousands for college tours, and you understand what I'm trying to say? So it's like, but you could talk to her, you could sit down and talk with her, and like, you know what I'm saying, pick her brain.
And that's really what I felt coming in here. And shout out to Lil Giants ENT, shout out to Rocky Like ENT, they my family too. And that's what I felt like, because that's, even with them, I'll use them as an example. Even with them, we're all like, because Rocky's one of my closest friends. Okay. So he brought us together because I used to A&R for him. I still A&R for him. Like for Rocky Like ENT. I still do it. Like a lot of times I tell people, I was like, even when it's not on paper, when he's doing those contests and saying artists, like, if you want to do this, he hits me up like, hey, sift through them and pick some artists out that you pick. And I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. So even with like Primetime X Primo, he hit me and was like, hey, while I had the album done, he was like, hey, I want you to come up to the studio, check out my artist. Said, all right, bet, because I'm already like, okay, if he wants me to come check him out, that means he just wants me to basically see what he may not be seeing, and like, but he's already dealing with him, so he likes him and he's working with him, but he just wants to see, okay, if I can just bring other ideas too. And, and then in some ways I did help, but I was like, they got it down packed. But even when I met them, all of them together, it's like everybody's on the same vibe of community. It's enough for us all out here. It's enough for us to build off each other. And you know, again, we're all still on the grind phase. Like we're all grinding. So it's like you know, each one teach one. Like what's the term? You wash my back, I wash yours, and all that.
Wash the other,
one hand wash the other. I'm over here. Like,
for sure.
So it's like so that's why I said, even when I told you, like, I was honest. I said, man, this is what I envisioned to build up and do. Like, so I'm like, nah, I need to know how you did it. And then now knowing because you said that where you the year you graduated, so I'm like, oh, we just about the same age, like the same age.
Right.
Like,
I'm so now, you know what I'm saying? I'm the Unc plug now.
Nah, I don't do that.
He ain't accept the Unc shit yet. You understand what I'm saying?
I only accept it from my nieces and nephews right now. The Unc. Cause even when I got on the court sometimes with the young boys and they hit me with the OG, I'm like,
but the OG, don't give me the OG yet. Why?
See, look. I feel like the Unc feels older than the Unc, because sometimes like the OG could just be somebody like, you know, that just give game that's just a little older than you possibly to me.
Right. The Unc is, but like, the
Unc hit me like, I'm like, hold up, I ain't even 35 yet. Like, so chill out with the Unc. But
that's hilarious.
But yeah, so you got other things that like y'all do in Flex Space, like talk about like the things like you got like every third Monday. What is it called? Y'all do?
So it's called the Creative Connect.
Connect.
We partner up with some people that we love. We love. This is one of our favorite partners, Stereotype Sounds and Pink Lee Drinks. We partner up with them, and then every third Monday each month we do a mixer, which is just like, we just call community stuff. We just call people in, tell them to write their name on the boards. We have like little networking games because people be scared to kind of like talk to people. Yeah. So like Boogie Mandela, he created like this little game that is like you got force you to go talk to somebody, and it's not like a game. It's like you just gotta go talk to somebody, follow them, get their information. But the whole purpose of it is just to connect people that might not necessarily be connected. You know what I'm saying? Just from like going to like open mics or whatever. But definitely shout out to Stereotype Sounds. They be having. I think they about to bring back the Open Vibe Philly or whatever.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. What about you? Got any other things y'all do?
So we do a lot of stuff. So we got this platform called Sacred. That's curated and hosted by Neptune 21. Whereas though we do like performances, kind of like a Tiny Desk mixed with like colors. If you ever watch that content. But Tiny Desk is easy, like, cause all I say is like, if you ever seen a Usher John and where he was like, watch this, that John, that was a Tiny Desk. So we do stuff like that. Whereas though we get a couple artists and we have them perform in front of like in the lobby in front of a live audience, but we also record it and drop it. So, but they also get an interview after it too.
That's fire.
So they performed and they talk about themselves, and like I said, we just trying to like provide the situation. Recently we been doing something called FlexCon, which is just free content for people. They could come in, get a free like on a radar type of rap freestyle thing.
Fire.
Yeah, and we edit it all up for you for free, give it to you, and that's what that is. You feel what I'm saying? So more things like that to come though.
So after y'all see this interview, it's not too many excuses. It's a place like Flex Space you could go, you can meet up with, you can meet cool people, you can network, you could get content done, you could record, take photos. There's so much you could do and so much opportunity. And then like you saying all that is basically like what I'm off and why I do interviews like this, because when people are saying there's not enough opportunity, I'm like, I see it all over. It's just everybody is looking for the people like this that we see on the board, and I'm like, man, these dudes are around. They shop at the same places you go. Like you grabbing milk, he next to you getting eggs.
Right. They still put somebody. I had met somebody that was in The Wire. That one of my favorite series, The Wire. He's like an actor or whatever, and he got a school. His name's slipping my mind right now. I want to shout him out, but he was telling me, I'm like, yeah, bro, like I don't be dealing with like high powered people sometimes because of the ego. He like. Some of them like be really nice people. They put their pants like on one, you understand, one at a time. So it's like you can't be scared to approach people that's because they, like you said, they in there shopping with eggs for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and then just all on the hustling part of everything now, and in the time we're in now, you can't afford not to be talking. Even someone like me who's not really that socially like loud or anything, like you just don't see me. But when I'm in those type of rooms, like when we were here, I'm like, wait, this is my family doing this event, so I'm cool. But when they're saying, hey, make sure you connect with them, this is why we brought people in this room, I'm one of them still like, man, God allowed me to be in these type of rooms again, so let me connect. And every time now I've been connecting, and it doesn't matter who, but it was just like, and you the last person I met in here. Like,
right. I'm incognito. I told you, I'm a fly on the wall. Like, I just observe everything.
Yeah, I literally was like, and you're the last person I met that night, and then like, and then we turned it into this, and the first guest since that night that stemmed from that night that I already have, that I'm beginning to line up from that night, people that I met, but you still the first one. Like,
oh wow, that's honorable, man. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it.
Nah, man. Again, because when I look at it, and I'm not ashamed to tell somebody like, man, this is dope. Same way I'm like, yo, you're successful to me. Like what I see, what I define as success, I'm like, man, and then just to hear the journey of it, and just and what you're able to do and the opportunities you were able to give and still give. Like I gotta salute you for that, like completely. For sure. Completely. So what are some other things like you're trying to do? Like just like you said you wanted to eventually have like the Tyler Perry type vibe, like so you looking to shoot films? Yeah,
mainly just like full-on productions. Like I want to be like I tell people if they in the circle, they already know. It's like I'm trying to be like the BET of this. You feel what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to give people their own shows. I'm trying to really be a network out. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, really. Cause like I'm business guy, so like a lot of people are just creative. Like I'm creative too. Like I could like songwrite, I could make beats and stuff like that. But a lot of people lack like the business side of it. So I be trying to like provide that platform for them. Like, hey, listen, or King Status, you want that? We could get that for you. Let's build a set for you. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, kind of and back your play so you could like relax and be like, all right, cool. Now I got access to this and this and this and this and these type of people and these type of cameras, so I could make it. Yeah,
because if I would have known, like, because you didn't even let me bring the mics, like the mics and stuff, and you was just like, all right, what you recording on? All right, hook it up to that, and then like the light. So I'm like, all right, bet.
Oh yeah. I was gonna let you. I was trying to make it easier on you.
Because I left the lights in the car. I was like, all right. I was like, I've been in there before, so the lighting is probably good already. But then you cut them on. I'm like, all right,
yeah, it's perfect.
That's when I asked for the HD. I'm like, oh, the HD in my car. All right, bet. Like I'm gonna do it.
Try to get the whole setup. You know what I'm saying?
And you also have another the other opportunity I seen Flex Cash.
Flex Cash, yeah, for sure. So that's just one of the things that we try to do to kind of like give back to the people that support us. So we got something called Flex Cash, where as though you could, we basically pay you. You could earn up to like $80 just from like supporting what we do. You could get like $5 from leaving a Google review. There's a whole process to it. So because we got to track it. So because people could scam and stuff like that. So we definitely got a system where as though we could track it. So you definitely got to follow the steps. But you get $5 for giving a review. You could get, I think it's $25 for giving us a video testimonial. You just come into our space. We shoot the video for you. You tell us your experience. You ain't got it. We ain't trying to sell you nothing. We just want you to explain to the people how Flex Space made you feel. And at the top thing, we got like a referral system, whereas though we give you your own promo code. So if you know a lot of people, you could refer them and you actually get money off of the referrals that you get. So you become like a partner of Flex Space.
Man, then we might got to work something out after this video. Promo code KSP. KSP promo code.
For sure.
But yeah, and again, another opportunity that he's given. Like it's a lot of things that I feel like he's giving to y'all that it makes no excuse. And I know plenty of artists. No excuse. Right. Because there's so many opportunities. Even to give you an opportunity to make money. You could put it right back into the craft. Like, hey, hold on to that, put it towards my studio time or something.
Sure. Like, we definitely could do that too.
Yeah, like things like that, and that's what like I'm off of too, because like you said, like a lot of us aren't business like savvy or anything, and even if you're not completely business savvy, because eventually when you get to a point, that's when you hire those type of people.
Yeah, for sure.
But you gotta know the hustle of it and know how to just work the game in some way. So you still got to know the business to some degree, like at least the beginning of it, and what to do and know how to be on time and just how to connect, know how to schedule and all that. Like, because now you even see, like now I do the email confirmations and everything.
Was
like
that was fire, bro.
Yeah, like, so it's like those type of things that it's just like, yo, and then that's how you make other people respect your business as well. For sure. So But name some of the other people who walked in here before, like, or that you may have worked with.
Well, it's a lot of people that I worked with, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I worked with Dom Dukes, Molly Cobain, BB Caradon. They host a podcast here. Thankfully, I appreciate y'all for doing that. We worked with Feast Banga. We worked with Ines. We worked with at our last space, we was having events, so we worked with people like Fresh the Legend. Shout out to Fresh. She got the open mics that be going crazy. Now he doing the ciphers. We either had people like Lito stop by. Like he probably remember, I don't know, but like Lito. Shout out to Lito. He do takeover files.
Oh yeah, crazy. Shout out to Lito. Yup,
crazy. So it's like a lot of people came through and was exposed to the brand. It's just about keep growing it and keep the brand growing, keep the awareness spreading and stuff. But we deal with a lot of people, to be honest with you. But like I said, I'm not a person that like I like to like brag about stuff like that. I really like working with like ground level people and bringing them up. But it's just like if the high power people come through, you know what I'm saying? I'm a high power person. We could talk on that level, like, you feel me? So.
But I'm also, I know you being humble, but I'm also one of them. When I tell people, when you get on my camera, if I get you on my camera, talk that shit because I want people to come through like, oh man, like you talk that hot shit, because I'm one of them. I want to see it. Like, so that's why I'm speaking like telling everybody like, yo, check this out. You could, and this is, like I said, this is just one room. This is the podcast room. This is it's closed off. Its doors in here, and it's like, and this is just one room.
Right.
And you see how much, and y'all see, well, depending on how I edit this,
y'all gonna see it.
Yeah, I was like, you can see how like much space is in here, but and it's just amazing because again, this is one of those things I envision and all that, but we have the same goals in mind of that production, because eventually I've been saying this for like the past year, like yo, because I write books too, so I was like, I said I want to get into script writing. I want to learn how to screenwrite for real, like to really start making productions, because like you said, it's just about have everything. Like all you need is a mic, the sound, lights, and everything. So definitely when you got a location, it's like like this. Shout out Dame Dash, what he said on All the Smoke, like because that thing changed me. But who are some of the people that influenced you?
Oh, whoa. Well, mainly most of these people that's on this wall up here, like I would say my biggest influence is different aspects of like the life or whatever. But I would say like, who is my biggest influence? I would say like I would say Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Steve Jobs. I would say though. Steve Jobs is not up here, so this is an all black cast up here.
Oh,
but like, yeah.
Oh, Hove up there. I'm over here like, where Hove?
He on a whole nother level. That's the billionaire level up there. But you know what I'm saying?
Definitely on the just Hove and B up there.
Yeah. Rihanna and Oprah gotta be up there, but people be rearranging it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay,
based off how they want their podcast to look. But But basically, I would say Jay for the business. He definitely inspired all of us to let you know that you ain't gotta be the best rapper. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? You just gotta be consistent and know what you want out of it, and then you gonna end up where you gotta go. I would say Kanye for his creativity and like not knowing when to stop, not taking no for an answer, seeing the glass ceiling and breaking it. And no matter how crazy you look, you can always bring them people back to you. They're gonna love you, then they're gonna hate you, then they're gonna love you again.
Fact.
You feel what I'm trying to say? People only want to be around people that got motion and beneficial. So if you losing at a point, they might not want to be around you. But as soon as you start winning, they're gonna want to be around you. And it's not them being shady. It's just like everybody got busy lives, bro. Like you can't look at it like if you can't be used, you useless. And that's what kind of like Kanye kind of like showed me. It's like, and you could still be creative and design fashion. You could break down walls. And then I would just say Steve Jobs with just like the business mind of the innovation, just understanding that like you gotta craft something that people really love. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? Like you could like build like a whole ecosystem just for your group, for your fans. You feel what I'm trying to say? Even though they be doing some shady stuff, but a lot of it is to keep they stuff going, and we can look at it as shady because we don't understand business. So like when they take out the chargers, we like, why y'all doing that? It's like, you already bought 15 iPhones. You already got 15 chargers. Why do we need to give you another charger? It's like, you understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like they take out the headphones and we like, wow, that's shady. Even though it do increase their sales, but it's still like, we gave you headphones for the past 10 years. So
they
ain't
like, missing no money.
Yeah, they ain't missing no. Tim Cook and them, they out here making money. You feel what I'm saying?
But you absolutely right about the Kanye, because I always said that with Kanye. I was like, man, he could get canceled so many times and drop an album and be at the top of the charts right again. So it's one of those
Yeezys.
it's that too. Like that too. It's especially like when you control your narrative. And when you're that creative and you still have the power, like you said, the power of influence, like it's crazy. Because man, we even still gonna check out Kanye and all that, but even though he don't necessarily do nothing that affects me or bothers me, but
for sure.
but for real, and that's cool, So would you say consistency is what kept you, or let me ask, what led you to get here, to eventually get to this space? Like, what would you? I'm trying to think of the words, but I was like, because you said about consistency. So what would you say were the key aspects to getting you to this point, like to where you at Flex Space right now?
Yeah, it sounds cliche. It's the same thing. It's like having a vision. You got to know what you want to do. Even if you don't know what you want to do per se, just start it and just keep developing the vision. don't give up because it's going to get hard. That's just part of it. You understand what I'm saying? I just post something today that said like desire is the seed of struggle. So if you got a desire, you're going to struggle trying to get that desire. You understand what I'm saying? Consistency. Don't ever give up because it's like you never know how close you are. So as soon as you quit, that person that's running the race with you, now they ahead of you. And then you're going to see them winning and you're going to be like, damn, like I was right there with that person. If I would have just kept, if you would have just kept going. And I would say like the hardcore thing that I could tell people is that it's two things that you need. You need a network. You need to know people. And that's the highest of the things. Because if you cannot be a skilled person. If you know some people, they could just put you in position. Like, oh, well, you know how to work a camera? No, you don't. Here's a camera. I'm going to pay you $100,000 to work it. And then you end up shooting movies and stuff. It's like, if you know the right people, they could put you in the right positions. And then the second one is just develop your skills. People try to make businesses and things around things that they necessarily don't want to do. It got to be fun for you. So it's like, get a skill, build your business around a skill that you do, that if money didn't exist, you'll still be doing it. So like that was music for me. It was like I could sit there and make beats all day and rap to them all day and songwrite all day and not get paid for it and be happy. I would be happy at the end of each song. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? So do something that you love and build your skills up. If you ain't got no skills, nobody can't use you, so you useless. Don't think using is a bad word. Abusing is a bad word. When somebody abuse you, that's bad. That's overusing you and using you, manipulating you and getting things out of you in a non-genuine way. Everything is transactional. We don't want to look at it like that. But me being business, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's I like the way you said that, because I think that's similar to when I say there's two types of ways to take advantage of someone. And it's like and I say, hey, why wouldn't you? If I know my man is a really dope rapper, but I don't have none of the skills. But if I picked up the camera and did it, I'm like, I'm gonna do this for you, because then if you make it, I'm first in line still. And it's not, and I don't see nothing wrong with that, because I'm still helping. I'm still earning my spot. I'm still and still, like you said, building a skill in the process. Like you said, like they'd be like, "Yo, here's a $100,000 camera, and you shooting movies now." It's like, look at that. Like I say, it's just more when you got people around you in a team, and everybody's just eating off the fruits of the labor, and they don't do anything. That's why I tell even artists like, "Yo, if you around, you gotta at least hold bags or something."
That's true, bro.
And you can't be ashamed of it, because it's like, yo, you gotta earn your keep. Like everybody's not willing to take care of grown ass people.
Well, yeah, for sure. Because everybody got their own grown situations. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I got a kid. I got this flex space. I got another business, and I be Ubering. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like my time is like very valuable, but I'm not going to approach it like that with a person. But if you are wasting my time, then I don't have no problem sitting and telling you like, hey, this is a waste of time. Let's go into a different direction, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I got dreams and goals and aspirations, and I gotta get there. You feel me? Like,
and to me, there's nothing wrong with that, especially at this point in our lives. Like, man, once I became a father, like had a family, it's really like, I don't. That time is not like I can't sit around wasting time with everybody and just bullshit, because it's like I could put that time into being with my family, like, or just building what I'm building
for your family or for yourself to help your family.
Exactly. So how do you? What is the balance? Because that's the other thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because I say that's always, I think that's the struggle, the hardest part with us, just definitely as men and family men and everything, like, and just the success of running the businesses and everything. How do you find the balance?
Well, I don't think this actually is a balance. I feel like it depends on what type of person you are. Like, if you don't want to be around your kids, you're not going to be around your kids. If you want to be around your kids, you're going to prioritize that. So it's really just looking at your priorities and seeing like which is more valuable to you. Like, the money might not be more valuable than seeing your son go to soccer practice or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I would say like the true balance is being insane. Like, the more I don't want to say it like that, but the more insane you are, the easier it is for you, because the main thing is you just gotta learn how to schedule and prioritize things and say, okay, during this hour I'm doing this day I'm doing that, this day I'm doing that.
Okay. So I'm glad that you said that, because then now it gave me more of like, okay, then I'm going in the right direction, because man, I just looked at my December calendar, the way I'm adding things in. I'm like, including like this today, like the times I was like, oh yeah, it's just it gets like that. There's some of the times you're tired and all that, but it's just like, hey. Because again, you start thinking of, especially like doing things like this, it's like hey, what do you think it's going to be? The more success come, like then you got to be traveling and catching flights and all that. How you going to feel then? Yeah. So it's like you can't complain about that, and that's why I was laughing. I was like, I didn't even get from. I was shooting on Sunday. I didn't even get a chance to really unpack the stuff, so that's why everything was still in the bag. Like I was like, oh, I still had everything like ready to go. I just threw it back in the car, but I was like, at the end of the day, again, it's like if you asking God for this, you think He gonna not, like, when He puts things in your way, you gonna complain about it?
Yeah, it's for sure. It's just obstacles. It's just like, think about if Steve Jobs would just quit, or Jay-Z would just, when he went to the label the first time, and they like, hey, yo, I got this album, and they like, no. You understand? He went to Iceberg. They was like, no, we're not backing you. The whole time, his whole crowd is wearing Iceberg at this time. True. When he performed, the whole crowd, and Iceberg said no to him. Then he made Rockefeller. Then he made Rockaware. Then he made, so it's just like,
and then help some of these artists we see on the, like, we got Rihanna.
Like most of these people we help, bro.
Kanye right here. Like, it's just like, it's still like, so you never know. And it's those reasons why, we gotta be okay with betting on ourselves sometimes. Yeah. Excuse me. And like, just thinking of life the way we really want it to be, because I'm still one of those, I'm one of them people, I'm like, when I look at doing things like this, I'm like, yo, at the end of my life, I want to be able to know that I at least made an effort to definitely live the life that I wanted. Yeah. And and it's like, I always say, because I'm originally from Jersey, but I've been out here for years now. So, and I said one of the things that made me leave is like the opportunities I was getting, and I met my wife. Like,
girls but like, do that. Take you across borders.
Yeah, that too. And then at the same time, like right before that, that's when I met Rocky too. So we're talking like, I met Rocky in 2015, and because this was when I was still doing music, so we were like, so we connected on that, and then we just created that brotherhood. So everything, and it was just like, but like going back to my point, I just said, one of the things that I do, why I do things the way I do it, and like I move the way I move, is because I said nobody had a life that I wanted. Like, and it's not necessarily that I wanted the exact same thing, but it's just more like I want to see and be around the other people that have a similar life to, and that where I'm headed and what I'm doing. So that's why when I talk to you about the balance, it's like, but I was like, but I understand, because I admire this so much, and I'm like, man, it's dope, like, just to be able to get up and do what you want to do, and you making a living off, but you can take care of your family, so that way it helps just a little the time you be able to have, because like you said, like when you said, do I want to make the money, or do I want to make my son's whatever, like soccer game or whatever it is, and it's like you can still make that choice, so it's definitely like all right, man. Or even sometimes it's like, yo, I'll schedule this for that day instead. Like, that's what I would probably do. Like, if I know I got something coming up, like for a family that's I should be there, then I'll schedule an interview like the day after or something, like
or the day before. Or you try to work around it. Yeah, and the main thing is really also like, that's what I said, because it's going to drive you insane. So the main thing is to try to keep your sanity through it, and that's through self-care. So that's understanding your body. You feel what I'm trying to say? So if you like smoking, drinking, or doing heavy drugs, you're going to have to eventually stop them to become that millionaire person. So it's like, when we in the hood, because like, we all come from like crazy places, but we're this type of person, right? And then we want to be the people that's on the wall, but you got to understand, they had to change themselves. They're different people. They're not, Jay-Z is not Sean Carter, Bubble Lip Sean, that was out there hustling on the block, hustling because that's what I said. I know the whole story. Hustling Calvin Klein packs. You feel what I'm trying to say? Behaving gave him his first pack. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's a different person now. Like, he got dreads. He look like Basquiat. He's buying paintings. He's doing deals. And you may feel some type of way about him, but you gotta like know how to manage yourself. So it's like, cause like if you a drinker, that's what I suffer from. Like I recently started to kick alcohol. You feel what I'm trying to say? But like I was an alcoholic. You feel what I'm trying to say? I suffer from alcoholism. I would wake up, take shots and all of that. But like when the business get down, I would take more shots, and that's not going to help me get to that next stage. So I had to start understanding like I'm poisoning myself and I'm not operating at my optimal level. How do I expect to solve my problem? You feel what I'm trying to say? And that's what like drugs and all of that stuff do. We think that it's solving the problem, but once you sober up, the problem is still there, and it might be worse because you was intoxicated the past day. And then I'm not saying like judging y'all, because I still smoke, I still drink here and there, but you gotta learn how to control yourself. You can't you gotta take care of yourself, basically. That's why they work out. Trump don't smoke or drink. Elon don't smoke or drink. Bill Gates don't smoke or drink. They're billionaires. So you think you're gonna be a billionaire without smoking or drinking, while smoking and drinking?
Shoot.
Think again.
At them levels, shoot, you gotta prioritize sleep at them, like them type of levels.
Working out, you gotta work out. That's why you see them in the gym, because health is wealth. That's the true wealth. The true wealth is your family, the people that you care for. All of this is just made up. You feel what I'm trying to say? I don't want to get too philosophical because I got other sides of me, but I'm just showing the business side.
I mean, if you wanted to, real quick, like, but I think that's a good point, like, because
I don't know how much time we got. You know what I'm saying?
but again, I'm just definitely like, I think these are the things that people should know, like what you're saying, and I appreciate you for being vulnerable and like and opening up that testimony, because some people may be struggling with that, but we're telling them, hey, like sometimes you're gonna have to buckle down, because again, I know also in your mindset with a lot of things, you probably don't want to hear too many excuses either.
Yeah, no, I'm
like,
definitely
not. Yeah, like so, like, and that's what we're about. Because I'm like, yo, I'm like, my legs and feet still hurt. Bro. I've been moving around a lot, but I was still like, we set this up, even like things from yesterday and all that. Like I was like, I say, hey, this is what, again, if we want to make it to levels like this, you're gonna have to. What do you think it's gonna be like? Some of the times it's gonna turn. Eventually, it's gonna turn into, all right, D, I'm out. Thanks for coming on the show. And then, but now I gotta head straight to the airport or something and take everything with me and be like, all right, I gotta go to this person. Like so,
right. And then you can't be all like super intoxicated while you're doing that, because you could crash the car, you could like catch the wrong flight. I don't know. Things could just happen. Like you feel me, like.
Or just be so out of it that you just like you could
fall asleep in a parking lot waiting for the flight. Like,
and you just you wake up like and you just a missed opportunity, and that's what I'm really not big on now. Now, especially like if anything though, again, we're all still in the grind phase. Even D with all this, he's still in the hustle grind phase. Right. So it's still one of those, we don't got time to be making all these excuses, taking all this time off. You see, he just said consistency, and it's like you gotta hustle, you gotta do it, you gotta like, and this is for me too. Like this is helping me too, because you're saying a lot of the same stuff that I say, like in quote, just on a personal level, where it's like, so that's why I'm like, okay, reassurance, but I know we think alike. So, but again, like that's why I was like, yo, I gotta pick your brain, because you were able to do this, but it was the consistency of things. And I say that was my biggest downfall and I think for most people, is the consistency aspect. The consistency. Like how many people have you seen come through or like did things and then they not doing it anymore? Or maybe it started like when you did.
Well, I'm saying it's a lot of people, but like a lot of, I try to do business deals with a lot of people. Some of them work, some of them don't work. You feel what I'm trying to say? But, it's definitely be a lot of people, because it's hard to be consistent, because life start lifing. Once parents die and then, you know what I'm saying? I know that's essentially the subject. So it's just like once life things start happening.
Bills, anything.
Yeah, bills, anything can start happening to you, whereas though you could just slip out of your dream and just like, it's not even worth it because it's not paying off right now. But it's like, it'll pay off if you make it pay off. You just gotta stay focused at it. But it's just like, like I said, I did business deals with people. I don't want to say the people that I did business deal with that didn't work out, because I don't want them to be put in a bad light, basically. Basically, it's just like, it's definitely been a lot of artists that I've seen that was like, we've been locked in for years and then they stop. You feel what I'm trying to say? But, long as you doing something, I'm okay with it. Like if you just start another business, if you just go and doing this, or you taking this other craft serious, I'm okay with it. Yeah. Just pursue something that is fulfilling to you. Yep. If rap or singing is not fulfilling to you no more, that's cool. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Do something else. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That could get you uplifting and out of the rat race. Right. Because we're going to stay in the rat race regardless, but you got to get out of there, the 9 to 5 rat race. It's good. It's great. If you got a good job, stick with it. You
We're not pay
use
your
that
bills.
to finance your dream, pay your bills. But if you waking up every day and you moping to work, then you're obviously not liking it. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I'm just saying, do something that you do love to do. You should wake up every day with the motivation of God in you. You understand what I'm saying? And willing to go out there and tackle whatever you want.
Man, and because it definitely takes a strength to it, a strength of mindset and everything, because we all don't get it right. And you see, I was just talking about a few months ago, I was still unsure because of just like when I deal with personal life, just because and I know you more from that time too. We know how to deal with life off of social media. It's like, so sometimes it's like when I'm dealing with life so much, I'm like, I'm not thinking about social media. I'm thinking like, all right, I gotta find a way to get through this so I can get back to it. But then it was just like, some things, and then, the support of people and everything, and going back to what you were just saying of, sometimes just switch it up. Like some people see me switch things up. Like when I said I met Rocky as an artist, but then I was like, you know what? I don't think music is just for me anymore, because of, I know how much more it takes for that. So what I started doing, I just started helping other artists. That's what I said. No, I became the A&R and checking out and helping everybody and connected with the producers and everybody to bring other artists through and help them and whatever. But it's just like, the media aspect. I've been around it since I was 15 years old, because I picked up the camera myself. I would vlog all the time. I was graphic designs. I still do that. Graphic designs probably I've been doing just as long as like the media space. That's probably one of the first things I've been doing. So that's why I'll edit my own stuff. I've been doing all this, but and then I was interviewing artists. I've been doing this. I've been in this space so long. So some people might have seen how I switched things up before and all that. Even the first podcast I ever started, that's when I originally bought like a lot of this equipment back in 2020. So I was like, and then I ended up me and Rocky started one together with our other homie. And then like we just, everybody's just still in their own space. So then it was just like, okay, how can I what do I want to do? Like, I still want to do it because I liked it, and I still like interviewing. I really like interviewing artists and interviewing people, because I always say I like watching interviews, because that's how I get to know the person just a little more. And then if I check out their craft, and if I hear a story they were telling in an interview, if they say it on the song, I'm like, oh, he was talking about that. Like, so I believe it more. So then that's how King Status came about. Even like after I only started King Status last year, 2023. So after that, I took that hiatus and just helped Rocky out during them years. And then I was just figuring out, okay, what do I want to do? And then I got back to this. So, but anything else like you want to?
Well, I was just saying, don't give up on your dreams. Chase the dreams. Definitely, if y'all want to tap in with FlexSpace, y'all can just check out our website, FLX. Then the word space, SPACE.VIP.
And you can Google it too.
And you can Google it. Just Google FlexSpace. It could pop up. SEO, that's a whole nother different thing. But that's why I say I'm a business guy, so I gotta know all of this stuff. But yeah, definitely tap into FlexSpace. We got what you need. And definitely pop out to one of the events. We do a lot of stuff, like we do giveaways. So it's like if you need some food, we could probably give you some food. If you want some content and you ain't got the money for it, come through one of our Flex Cons. If you just want to vibe out with us, come to one of our Sacreds. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. Like we had the listening party. That was a private joint, so you had to be on the list. But this is where I met King Status at. So it's just like definitely tap in with us, because we have a lot of different events. And if you meet some people, you could get invited to one of these private events. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
But I appreciate you, bro, for coming on the show. We definitely gonna do this again. Cause I just appreciate the conversation. Like it just is refreshing. Like, And
I
then
go forever. Like.
Yeah, and I see like it's other pockets you said you could go into, and I'm like, yo,
sure.
we'll do that. We definitely gonna do this again. I really appreciate the conversation, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the King Status Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. More the King. This is Diego the Plug, Flex Space. And without further ado, we're gonna give y'all the tour right now. Peace.
Hey, what it do today with your plug here, the founder of Flex Space, and I want to give you a quick tour of our facility. Shout out to King Status for providing this opportunity. But come on, let's follow. So it's like MTV Cribs right here. All right, so this is the first house of the crib. You know what I mean? So this is the podcast space. This is great for if you're trying to do like interviews, start your podcast, anything that you're trying to do that involve content. We got it here. We got the mics, we got the lights, we got the cameras, everything. You could bring your own stuff and then increase everything. We got broadcasters, audio devices, headphones, everything that you need. Just come check this space out. You gonna love it. You feel me? So let's go to the next. There's this little promised space. We got bathrooms and all that. You got a little kitchenette over here. You feel what I'm saying? So you got your sink and stuff like that. So if you're trying to just serve some food, like if you're having like a little private event, this is definitely where you could come set up at. Then we got our common space right here. This is great. This is great for like private events, different type of things like that. It's a lot of space that could be rearranged. We got the speakers, we got the mixers, we got everything that you need to kind of like make it a vibe. Shout out to Big Yak and because they had Preem listening party here for Don't Call Me on Mondays, and shout out to Rocky because he produced all over that joint. You feel me? But this is where they was at vibing out. If you was wondering, you feel me? So this is Studio B. This is their private room. This is like a private studio for if you just trying to run your session or if you just a producer and trying to get to work. We got the iMac for you. We got the Apollo, different interfaces, mics, headphones, everything you need. So you could plug and play. You could bring your own stuff, or you could use the stuff that we got. Everything high quality, so you're not shortchanging anything. But the prices is still good. But y'all gotta hit us up for that. All right. So on to the next big. This is our cockpit room. So this is a different space right here. This is the room. We got backdrops, we got lights, we got the cameras, we got everything that you need. We even got a computer for you to edit and your videos, your photos, all in one space. So if you're trying to do content, this is definitely a good space for you. You could do like interviews, a bunch of different stuff. You got to be creative. You feel what I'm saying? If you're trying to be a content creator, create is in there. So you gotta be creative. So open your mind up. But listen, we got everything that you need to do that. You feel me? Right here. And then we getting into where my office is. You feel what I'm saying? So this is the vocal booth. This is the vocal booth for Studio A. This is where the artist records at. Nice private area. You feel what I'm saying? You could change the colors of the lights, create your vibe. You could fit multiple people in here, so you could definitely vibe out. You can even shoot content in here if you want to. You just gotta hit us up. And I'm gonna show you this last room, and then we're gonna get out of here. All right. So this is the control room for Studio A. And this is where all the magic happens. This is mainly where I work at. You feel what I'm saying? So we got the computer, custom built PC, high quality, everything's high quality. You feel me? So if you're dealing with me, I'm gonna be the I'm the lead engineer here, 14 years of experience, and you would definitely tap in and work with me. This is some of the goats that we got. This Neptune, this is my business partner right here. This Mucardo right here, and that's Coach 27. Y'all gonna hear from them a lot. Feel me? So, but definitely tap into the space. We got a lot of stuff here. We willing to work with you. Just hit us up. So hit us up at FLXSPACE.VIP. Or you could just Google FlexSpace and tap in with us. But definitely shout out to King Status for providing this platform for us to get our message out there. All right? Definitely.